everyone! Today I thought I'd do a bit of a haul video. I'm a fan of Lush and I love their bath and shower products, their skincare. It's all absolutely amazing, handmade products, and I found a similar company that's based near to where I live and it's just starting up. It's called the Naked Soap Company. So I thought I'd put in an order for a few of their products. I got 10 altogether and I'm just going to go through what I got and some first impressions of the company. So I hope you enjoy. I put in this order on the 14th of July and now it is the 20th of July, so it took about 6 days to arrive. They say around 5 to 7 days because it takes time to hand make the products and they're incredibly busy at the moment. Word seems to be spreading that this company is really amazing. So my box arrived like this. My address was on this slip, but I've kind of blurred it out so that you don't see it there. And the reason that the box isn't too secure is because that somebody from the company dropped it off for me. They came round to the house, they just delivered it by hand, so that's maybe saved some money on packaging as well. So that's absolutely awesome. Now just to clarify, when I say somebody from the company dropped it off, it's not that I'm sponsored by them or anything, it's just they seem to do local deliveries just with somebody driving around, which is really cool. It was nice to kind of see somebody from the company as such, as opposed to somebody from a bigger delivery company. It means more jobs in the area, which is pretty awesome. So on the front here is my invoice, my packing slip. Now this gives me details of who packed it for me and also reminds me of everything in my order. So apparently it was Ange who picked this for me. Thank you very much, Ange. So inside, it's very well packed there. These polystyrene peanuts, I do wonder if they're water soluble. I'm going to find that out because that would be really interesting. Lush, a similar company, if you run these underwater, they dissolve, which is really, really cool. And it just means that it's more eco-friendly. So I don't actually know off the top of my head whether these are eco-friendly or not, but that would be really cool if they were. If not, at least they're very colourful. So the first item that I got was the Calming Oat Face Mask, and it just comes in a little pot like this, which does about 4 to 5 face masks. Now this took me by surprise because when I heard face masks from a kind of soap company, I was thinking the ones like Lush where they have the fresh face masks and you actually need to keep them in the fridge. And I'm not the sort of person who keeps things in the fridge when they're not things that you're going to eat. So I was quite glad to hear that not only did I not have to keep it in the fridge, but this is actually a powder, which is really, really interesting to me. What you basically do is you take the powder and you mix it with water and kind of make it into a paste, and from there you apply it to your face. That's what it looks like on the inside there, and it just feels a bit like talcum powder. It's maybe a little bit thicker than talcum powder, but it's certainly a similar powdery consistency there. This sounds really, really nice to me. It sounds like it's going to be quite gentle on my skin. I have quite sensitive skin, so I thought calming, oat, it sounded very, very gentle. The second item that I got is the Nighttime Indulgence Body Scrub, and again this is held in a 100ml pot, so I'd assume there's a similar volume in there. And basically what you do with this is you put it on your body in the evening time and then you rinse it off with water, and hopefully that helps to kind of exfoliate your skin, make it feel lovely and relaxed. And also there's a lovely scent in here to kind of make you fall asleep a little, which is really nice. There's some lavender flower oil in here and also nettle extract, so that's probably what I'm smelling. I wouldn't have said it was a lavender smell, but I guess maybe I don't smell lavender very often, so there we are. This next item seriously intrigues me. It's very, very intriguing to me. It is the Whitening Charcoal Tooth Powder. Now, I've never really heard of this before, but apparently it's a thing. Putting charcoal on your teeth helps to whiten them. I'm a little bit skeptical. I've never tried this before, but I'm going to give this a go. The only thing I am a little bit apprehensive about is that the charcoal might be abrasive to the enamel, so I've not really tried it out. I'm maybe going to use this very sparingly, but it was a concept that very much intrigued me. and I thought I would give that a go. What you do with it is you basically put it onto a wet toothbrush and just kind of brush around your mouth with it, either before or after you've brushed your teeth in the regular way. And apparently that helps to whiten your teeth. I don't know, I don't really look at the whiteness of my teeth or see if there's any difference on a colour chart. But I thought that would be intriguing, especially as how something so black says that it's going to help things turn white. You can understand why I'm skeptical there. Next up is one of the products that I was most excited to try. It's the Pure Cucumber Facial Cleanser. Now, I picked this up because my regular cleanser is just about to run out, and I like cucumber. I like trying to find things that are nice for my skin, and this sounded like it was going to be a good one for sensitive skin particularly, because it seems to be quite gentle sounding. There doesn't seem to be any heavy perfumes in there at all, and I think that looks kind of similar to the one I'm using at the moment, which is 9 to 5 by Lush. This is what it looks like on the skin. It goes in quite easily, it feels nice and soft. It basically just feels like a cleanser really. I don't really know what to say about that. My hands do feel a little bit sticky from that, but I guess that's just what cleansers like really. My hand smells like cucumber now, which is just the best thing ever. There's some scents I just cannot get enough of, and one of them's cucumber. So I'm very excited to try this out. The next item that I have is to go with my facial cleanser. This is the Simply Sensitive Facial Cream. Now, I thought this could maybe be a moisturiser. It wasn't really specific on the website, but what it says on here is that you apply to the forehead in an upward motion to strengthen the facial muscles, helping to tone and improve the skin's texture. So maybe it's more of a firming cream. It sounds like it could be kind of like a moisturiser come firming cream, as opposed to just a moisturiser. I got this because, like I said, I have sensitive skin, and it seems like it's going to be quite a gentle one on here, and I think it's unperfumed as well, which is even better. Yeah, I can't smell anything there, so my skin will still smell of cucumber, which is amazing. I just got a finger's worth there, and that's plenty to do my whole hand there. There we are. So that feels nice and soft on my skin. It does feel quite thick, but I think if you're going to bed, you're not really going to mind that too much. I maybe wouldn't use that in the morning because it might make my face look a little bit greasy. I have quite dry skin, so I wouldn't want to upset that too much, but that was really nice. It doesn't really smell of anything too strong, and it seems really soft as well, which I really like, so I'm probably going to give myself some home facials with that, after using, of course, the face mask and the facial cleanser. I also got the Simply Sensitive Exfoliating Body Lotion, which, in the words of Naked, is to rejuvenate and refresh your skin. I'm just going to use a little bit of this. Let's see. It is a little bit gritty there, but at the same time it feels very similar to the cream. There's only a few bits of grit in there, so it's kind of encouraging the dead skin and everything else without being too intrusive. That doesn't really smell of anything again, but there's so many things on this hand now that I'm not even really too sure what I'm smelling anymore. So I think that's going to help me towards my pamper nights. It sounds really, really nice, and hopefully I'm going to like it. And to finish off the order, I got a couple of shampoos and conditioners in two very iconic retro sweet scents. Now the first one I got is Parma Violet. And if I'm totally honest, I'm not really too sure why this is pink. I tend to associate pink with like bubblegum and things, while Parma Violet I would expect to be violet. From a quick smell of this, I'm not convinced that if I were to find this in a shop, I would pick up on the Parma Violet scent. It seems to be quite subtle in the bottle, but I think once I get it on my hair and start lathering it, it will smell more strongly of Parma Violet. And then I've also got the Parma Violet hair conditioner, which is uncoloured. It's just a white conditioner there. So that also doesn't smell too strongly of Parma Violet, but again in a way that's probably going to be respectful to my own personal preferences on scent. You know, it's not going to be too overwhelming. Parma Violet is one of my favourite scents. My friend once got me a Parma Violet shampoo and I was sceptical at first, but then I absolutely loved it. So hopefully this is going to be a similar thing to that shampoo, and hopefully it's going to make me smell like one of my favourite smells. And the other retro sweet scent I got was lemon sherbet. This is the lemon sherbet hair conditioner. Again, it's uncoloured, and the lemon sherbet shampoo is a bright yellow that reminds me so much of lemon sherbet. They've got the colour spot on here. I don't think it's showing up too well on the screen, but they have got lemon sherbet totally right. I look at that and I think sweets. Wow, wow, that is so lemony. I have a friend who loves lemon scent, so if I don't love this, I know for sure she is going to love this, because that is amazingly lemony. The lemon sherbet conditioner doesn't have a stronger lemon scent as the shampoo, but I think that's a good thing because people are probably going to want to use these together, and you don't want your whole head to smell like a lemony explosion. So I think it's good that this one's more subtle. You can use them both together without too much fear. In terms of pricing, I paid just under £32 for this order. It came with free delivery because I spent over £10, and I bought 10 items, so that's £3.20 or so per item, which I think is very affordable. That's the sort of thing that I could buy without breaking the bank too much, and it also makes me feel so luxurious. I hope you enjoyed that haul and hearing about my first impressions of the company. Have you ever bought anything from the Naked Soap Company? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Let's have a chat about this because I am so enthused about this company right now and I don't know anybody who's ordered from them, so I'd love to get all my thoughts out and have a proper conversation about this. If you haven't ordered from the Naked Soap Company, then maybe let me know what's your favourite scent. What would you love to see in a shampoo? As I said, I love the Parma Violet shampoo because of the smell. What smells do you like? Let me know down below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, I would absolutely love to hear from you because I would love to make so many of these. But I don't know if anybody would be interested, so if this is something that you enjoy, do let me know either by leaving a thumbs up or a comment, because comments absolutely make my day. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and cheerio! Thanks again for watching, everybody. If you'd like to see any more videos, there are some suggestions on videos I've already done on this side, and if you hit subscribe, you'll hear about my brand new videos as well. So thank you very much, and cheerio!